very apropos to see Kevin Owens becoming.
And to apologies to everybody watching here, we did have an audio issue that is now currently fixed.
I think we have a couple issues right now.
We had you on
Interrupting could be one of them.
You were on mute. He had you on mute.
Oh.
I had you on mute.
You know, this is worse than Robert Leonard getting his trophy with the Rangers name on it. You had one, Joe.
Anyway, let's get back to this matchup here. We'll get it up on the replay later.
But to me, I just find it very apropos that Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon have a lot of backstory behind him. So I find it very fitting that maybe somebody like a Sami Zayn and the character direction that he has now might be involved in this match as well. Because I could see flat out Sami Zayn making sure he's the equalizer to maybe an Elias in this match that helps Kevin Owens not only save his job, but change the direction of where WWE should be going, which is clearly what Kevin Owens wants to do in WWE. So I'm going to book my prediction of Kevin Owens over Shane McMahon, and we might see Sami Zayn getting involved here.
Yeah, that's very positive. Like, Kevin Owens, I think they're trying to build him up as their every guy, like anybody can relate to him. And I don't see, there's no way he's going.
He's your modern day Stone Cold.
Yeah, he's the new Stone Cold, and there's just no way he's leaving the WWE.
Well, not that we know that he just re-signed a 5-year deal.
He signed a deal. He's there. Like and he just came back from being off for so long, right? He's not like he's going to take more time off or anything like that. So in the end, I would love to see Sami Zayn come in, but I also think if you have Sami Zayn come in, maybe he goes heel and sides with Shane McMahon on it.
Yeah, but
get a little bit of a swerve there, but I still see
that goes against your point of not seeing Kevin Owens going anywhere. I think at the end of the day, you're going to see Kevin Owens win this match.
Oh, definitely.
But to go with your point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a swerve after the match.
No, I can see maybe he helps him there, but then he turns on him afterwards.
I wouldn't be even surprised if Elias even turns on Shane McMahon. I mean, I'm known to throw out random predictions, so let's do it. Just so I can say, you heard it here first.
Now, speaking of hearing it
I called Ember Moon getting the next title shot last month, by the way.
You did. I remember. I was sitting right over there.
In the words of DX, suck it.
All right, so since everybody didn't get a chance to hear it before, let's go back quickly to the Balor-Wyatt matchup here and give your quick thoughts here.
Did that whole thing get cut out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. I chose The Fiend. What did you choose?
I chose The Fiend.
Yeah.
Can't lose.
Well, I mean...
No demon.
I think it's really cool that The Fiend has attacked a Mick Foley.
Yeah.
The Mandible Claw. And he's taking things from the past and making it kind of a new staple. It's very... I mean, the Bray Wyatt character is always very, like, I think, out of the realm of what WWE wanted, very much like the character Robert De Niro in Cape Fear, and kind of that, like, scary, methodical, like, kind of a guy that you just don't want to get confused with. The Fiend is even worse.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely intriguing to see the direction of this character. I think we all know that with Finn Balor, he asked for his time off. He's going to be taken off TV most likely after this. It only makes sense that the Fiend gets the 1, 2, 3, gets the win in a dominant way, and maybe when Finn Balor comes back, we might see him join a certain club. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be. And like I said earlier, I want to see what the Fiend does in the ring. Is it the old Bray Wyatt moveset with the Mandible Claw, or is it a new character completely with new movesets to do everything?
It's the evolution of Bray Wyatt.
Hopefully.
Well, speaking of evolution, let's get into the evolution of Shawn Michaels and Dolph Ziggler, who's going to be taking on Goldberg in a match that just got signed this past Monday.
Yeah, but I think it's also one of those matches that finally gives Dolph Ziggler that opportunity to work with one of the top guys. Like, yeah. And I believe I said this last night to you. is Dolph Ziggler working the biggest name of his career right now in Goldberg?
I think so.
Me too. And
Yeah.
he's worked the John Cenas. He's worked the Shawn Michaels, the Triple H's. He's worked all these guys. But Goldberg is one of those characters that when you watched wrestling in the Attitude Era and you went to WCW, he was the guy that took the title from Hulk Hogan in Atlanta in front of 90,000 people.
40,000 with 4 days' notice. That's actually what it was. But semantics aside, completely agree with you. Andre, your thoughts on this match?
I see this match. I don't see this match going any longer than 5 minutes. I don't think Goldberg's out. I don't think Goldberg's going to work a long match.
Here's my thing of this match. Do we see WWE not only understand that, you know, it's time to put Dolph Ziggler in matches like this, where it's big, more marquee matches, but do they pull the trigger on having him beat Goldberg? Does he get that rub? Will he actually go it, or are we going to see the Bill Goldberg squash that we've all come to know? I think the more interesting thing is what kind of a match are we going to see, and how is this going to benefit Dolph Ziggler moving forward? Because I think that's all that matters in this match.
Yeah, I would love to see a good competitive match here. I don't get me wrong, I think it could go longer for the fact that I think Bill Goldberg wants to prove something coming off of the Saudi Arabia show having that match, and I think he wants to prove to everybody that he can still have a good match. It was because of the concussion. I think he wants to prove it, and I could see them going 10, 12 minutes too. But I could see if WWE really wanted to, if they want to put Goldberg over strong, a minute it could possibly be.
Well, I mean, we've seen so many matches happen on TV within the last week because we've heard that they've taken off the Summer Slam card, and maybe this is a reason. It'll give matches like this more time. But speaking of other matches, Mike, what are other matches on this card?
Yeah. Well, first we're going to give it, since nobody got to hear it, since I unfortunately found the mute button on the recorder, want to give a shout out to both these guys for picking Drew Gulak to win the match, just as it ran up right now on the network here in the back.
You heard it here first, folks.
In the background here at Beercade YEG. But before we head to our commercial break, let's go to a match that deserves headline status here, and that is Charlotte taking on the hometown hero, Trish Stratus.
And possibly the last match of Trish Stratus' career. And we're talking about a match that, how is this going to help the current superstar? And we're talking about how can Goldberg help Ziggler, is how does Trish Stratus help Charlotte in this match? Yeah. I've been very critical of Charlotte. I think that there's a lot of things she can work on in terms of transitional stuff. I think Trish Stratus is one of those seasoned vets that is going to just take Charlotte to that next level. Charlotte likes to say she's at that level, but I think Trish is going to challenge her and establish her on that level. I see Charlotte tapping out Trish Stratus with the figure eight. And I think we're going to see a very competitive match. But at the end of the day, if this match isn't to make Charlotte a bigger name, they failed before they even got started.
Yeah. I see Trish coming in, and this is to, yes, make Charlotte better. And this is against a woman who she really hasn't competed against her style. Because remember, her style is an older style. Like, she has a bit different of a repertoire than the women we see today. And I think that's going to give Charlotte a challenge. Charlotte I think she needs to go to that next level. Haven't been a big fan of her the last year or so, and I think this can really help establish her as the top female heel in this company. And I pick Charlotte to win it the same way.
See, like, I have a theory of what we could see, and I don't know if anybody else, like, I don't know if this is a realistic thing, but I would love to see an invasion and a return. I'd love to see Sasha Banks somehow return at this pay-per-view, but I would love to see the MMA 4 horsewomen invade to set up that 4-on-4 traditional Survivor Series match with the Brainchild being in this show.
That would be awesome.
So with anything said and done, I would love to see some form of involvement with the Four Horsewomen, and I think it would be a very good staple of how it goes, because we see the Four Horsewomen of wrestling in every women's match on the main card tonight.
Yeah.
So is that done by design?
Possibly, because you may.
The only way to know is come to Beercade YEG and check Summer Slam out with your boys at the Wincombe Sports.
Yep.
Mike, the next match.
Actually, you know what? Thanks to our great sponsors here at Wincombe Sports, including What's the Deal, BTI, Indie Wrestling Magazine, with that, and especially Beercade. We got some advertisements for Beercade we're going to show here, and we're going to take a little commercial break here. So make sure you check out the future events coming up here at Beercade YEG, and we will be back in approximately 5 minutes.
Hey, do you have a moment? Perhaps you're sitting at your cubicle, daydreaming, staring out the window. Maybe you're at home, TV droning on in the background as you flip through social media. Maybe you're at the airport. Have somebody coming up to you going, "We'd like to talk to you for a moment about our Lord and Savior." You can tell them, "No, thank you. I have a moment with Maniac." It's right here on the Wincombe Sports Network. Come listen to it as I talk about wrestling pay-per-views, as I talk to other wrestlers in the Alberta indie scene, and I talk about pretty much whatever comes to mind. I have no agenda. I have nothing. I just have a moment to entertain you. Tune in.
Hello friends, this is Spencer Love, the host of Conversations with Love, the exclusive one-on-one interview series sweeping the nation, or at the very least, the great province of Alberta, Canada. Tune in weekly to Backbreaker Media, a proud member of the Wincombe Sports Network, as I host a member of the independent wrestling community here in Alberta, or wherever the hell I feel like interviewing somebody from. You can only find it on Backbreaker Media, a proud member of the Wincombe Sports Network, and proudly sponsored by Beercade YEG.
Well, this is Chris Parrish,
And Maniac.
and if you want to hear a podcast that's a little bit of all right,
And Strugglelicious.
yeah, and if you want to get involved with everything that is pro wrestling, everything that is, NHL, NFL, NBA,
Nah, not really, but a little bit of that and baseball.
yeah, ball sports,
Ball sports!
then come to Backbreaker Media, which is a division of Wincombe Sports Network, and listen to the sounds of struggle.
Sounds of struggle!
And let me tell you this, if you're not into the sounds of struggle, then guess what? We don't care, because we only like the people that listen to us.
That's true.
And that,
Listen to that. We're out of time.
so on top of that, we say later, bitches.
Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 3,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
The following advertisement is sponsored by Beercade YEG.
Hello, you are listening to a commercial for the podcast Over the Top Rope,
The flagship podcast of the Wincombe Sports Network.
as well as a proud member of Backbreaker Media.
Again, this podcast is sponsored by Beercade YEG.
You can find us pretty well anywhere that podcasts are played, including on the iTunes,
Podbean,
the Google Play,
SoundCloud,
and on wincolumnsports.ca for all your previews,
reviews,
and breaking news from the world of professional wrestling. Tune in every Friday on Backbreaker Media, a member of Win Column Sports.
And Strugglelicious.
Yeah, and if you want to get involved with everything that is pro wrestling, everything that is, NHL, NFL, NBA.
Nah, not really, but a little bit of that and baseball.
Yeah, ball sports.
Ball sports!
Then come to Backbreaker Media, which is a division of Win Column Sports Network, and listen to the Sounds of Struggle.
Sounds of Struggle!
And let me tell you this, if you're not into the Sounds of Struggle, then guess what? We don't care, because we only like the people that listen to us.
That's true. And listen to that, we're out of time.
So, on top of that, we say later, bitches.
Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 3,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
The following advertisement is sponsored by Beercade YEG.
Hello. You are listening to a commercial for the podcast Over the Top Rope,
the flagship podcast of the Win Column Sports Network,
as well as a proud member of Backbreaker Media.
Again, this podcast is sponsored by Beercade YEG.
You can find us pretty well anywhere that podcasts are played, including on the iTunes,
Podbean,
the Google Play,
SoundCloud,
and on wincolumnsports.ca for all your previews,
reviews,
and breaking news from the world of professional wrestling. Tune in every Friday on Backbreaker Media, a member of Win Column Sports.
All right, folks, welcome to the second half of Over the Top Rope Live on the Win Column Sports Network, Facebook and Twitch channels, and the Backbreaker Media YouTube channel. I'm surprised you could actually hear me right now, because that's the first half. Mike the Ref here, Senior Engineer here, and Director of Spreadcheck Projects, as Parrish is trying to mouth to the camera, as I don't have the camera on him, thank God.
Yeah, it's not the fact that we can't hear you, it's just we don't want to.
We gotta make sure they hear us.
Enough of this. Chris Parrish,
me?
Andre C.
I'll
Take it
yell
away,
if I
boys.
have to.
We got. First of all, let's talk about Beercade YEG and the great staff that they got here.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful staff here.
I mean-
love all the waitresses, love the managers.
I mean,
great staff here.
Say what you want about the scenery and how spectacular it is,
Oh yeah.
but the service, the menus, the beer, the whole aura of Beercade is just strugglicious.
We've had two servers like waiting on us, which
I know.
never happens anywhere. It's a struggle in most places to get one server.
Yeah. Not only did you just have a birthday, but I'm also bringing 2 women around.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, see, it's a good thing. Everyone here understands the value of having fun. You can play all the games you want. You can watch the wrestling. They even had football on earlier. Who's not excited about the preseason NFL? Real football's back on. It's just a good time here. So come down, 105 82nd Avenue. Beercade, $4 drinks. Sorry, I had to look. I had to make sure I got that address right.
My favorite's the $4 food.
But yeah, $4 on the special menu. And they always have things going on. They always have events going on. You can talk more about that if you know.
Absolutely. If you check out during the commercial break there, we had advertisements for all the events that are coming up, including direct play with PlayStation games.
Actually, one of my favorite things to come to here, other than the wrestling events, is that direct play one.
Yeah, they got direct play. This week they got Magic. Next week they got PS1. Yep. They got Dance Dance Revolution tournament, which I think you need to get into, Andre.
I can't handle that one. Nope. Too much for me.
Which, by the way, the Spinneroonie does not work on the Dance Dance Revolution, and I think that is a travesty.
Fair enough. But our next time we're going to be down here for Beercade YEG Over the Top Rope Live is going to be September 15th with the Clash show. It's supposed to be Clash of the Champions, but it's just being advertised as the Clash. So
is we going to get some Clash music on that show, I'm guessing?
I guess so, but regardless, let's get back to all the championship matches we have here.
We are watching Buddy Murphy come down because on the pre-show, we do have Buddy Murphy against Apollo Crews.
Right now. Right now live.
We haven't talked about that match.
Give a quick shot on it. Go ahead.
So I'm just going to say, I think Apollo Crews might be one of the most underutilized workers in WWE right now. And I'm very happy to see him back in NXT. However, he's also going against a guy that might be a very underused guy on the SmackDown brand, and Buddy Murphy, who might be to this day the greatest Cruiserweight champion since Neville.
Oh, easily. I think Buddy Murphy is just one of the gems in this company.
And this could be one of the best matches of the night.
Wow, that was fast.
And I really hope Buddy Murphy pulls up the win.
Me too.
But please, if you're not going to watch the pre-show, check these two out. They're great workers, great wrestlers. And you know what? Apollo Crews might be one of the greatest human beings.
No. Keep it on the pre-show. Just put that on your TV.
Yeah. Go on the network and watch all their crap, people. They're good.
Yeah.
And I hope Buddy Murphy wins.
Buddy Murphy,
he's
all the way.
wearing Saint colors. He's got to go over.
Ugh, gross.
All right, let's get on to these matches.
Who dat?
And speaking of two guys that can work well, let's get into our first championship match we're going to talk about, and that's for the U.S. Championship. Ricochet getting his chance at the U.S. title once again against the OC's AJ Styles.
I always loved him on that show.
Little known fact, Chris Parrish, when he was a little boy, liked watching the television show The OC. Great story. My mom asked me why I wanted to watch that show. I said I love the dialogue. My brother asked me why I watch that show. Because they have hot-ass women on that show.
Well, come on. We all know
You
that.
can't tell your mommy that you want to watch your show because of the girls. That's just weird.
You can, but
But
it's
I
weird, yeah.
love how much TV OC references are on the OC now with the original club, whatever you want to call them. But AJ Styles, Ricochet, if they're given the freedom, they are going to make everyone look like amateur hour because you have probably one of the greatest non-WWE guys in AJ Styles going up against one of the probably the brightest athletes in wrestling in Ricochet.
Yeah.
And you're going to see it just a spectacle here. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be a great thing to watch. Both guys can fly. Both guys can wrestle. Ricochet, I think, is going to be a victim of the numbers game. My money's on AJ Styles. and I think you're going to see some involvement in the club here.
Yeah, these two, I've been watching AJ Styles since 2004. The guy's gotten better and better and better and better. He's only improved at what, 39, 40 years old now. Has only gotten better than when he left TNA, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago. He is absolutely a phenomenal talent. And then Ricochet, watching him come up on the indies, Lucha Underground, everything, he is such a good worker. These two are going to, it's going to be a barn burner. I love these two, absolutely. And
we can't talk about burning things when Seth Rollins is on later.
But no, these two, I can see AJ winning this easily. The club doesn't involve, but I would love to see Ricochet get the upset on this one.
I mean, I think it works more if Ricochet wants to go over in this match. I think it benefits Ricochet a lot more than it benefits AJ Styles right now. However, I just see right now the club is the hottest thing with them having the tag team championship on Raw and the United States title. This is a great thing for Raw moving forward right now to have those 3 titles.
Oh, very much so. Well, they're the champion. That's why I don't see AJ losing, but I would love to see Ricochet get that upset.
I'm going to call AJ Styles with the Styles Clash off the top rope. 1, 2, 3.
Nah, Styles with the calf crusher.
You want to talk about signature moves? Let's move on to our next match with one of the most experienced guys in WWE right now against one of the guys that has been around for a very long time but deserves a lot more respect than what he's been getting.
We already talked about Goldberg and Ziggler.
The WWE Championship match, Randy Orton with the RKO against Kofi Kingston in this simply miraculous run. Your guys' thoughts on the match coming in?
Stupid. Had to say it.
How could you not?
I mean, the story between these guys is just absolutely amazing when you go back and look at their timeline. The fact that you saw the champion call out his challenger, pick his challenger. I would love to see Randy Orton have another championship reign. And I would love to see Kofi Kingston lose the title. I just don't see it now. I think Kofi Kingston is going to get the upper hand on Randy Orton. And I think Kofi Kingston not only is going to kick out of the RKO, but he's going to bite the head off the Viper with the power of positivity.
Yeah, I look forward to these two. Like I remember watching them back. It was 2009, their feud then, and I think Kofi has only become one of the best workers in the company. It's hard to argue he's not at least one of the top 10 workers in this company. And having one of my favorite title runs in a long time, just see a guy who didn't get it. And Randy Orton, a man who I easily could see them giving him one more title run in his career. But Kofi's been so hot, everybody's been so in love with him. I don't see it going for Randy Orton. What I'm hopefully looking forward to in this match is some spectacular version of the RKO where Kofi comes off, does some big move, and he catches him in the RKO. I want to see if they do that in this match.
Well, I mean, I think when you look at spectacles and you want to look at moments, nothing's more monumental than watching a great RKO, and I think I just instantly go back to WrestleMania 31 with the RKO on Seth Rollins.
Oh, off the curb stomp,
Yeah, the curb stomp into the RKO, which to me, that's my favorite RKO. Second is the Evan Bourne one.
Yeah.
But it's Mania, so that's why. But I won't get into that. But then you also see Kofi Kingston. I also wouldn't be surprised if the Trouble in Paradise is not the finish of this match. I would be very, very much happy to see Kofi Kingston bust something new out tonight to defeat Randy Orton.
That would be awesome.
Well, speaking of spectacular moves, let's go on to a challenger that has probably one of the most spectacular moves that we've seen in a very long while here, and that's the Eclipse out of Ember Moon as she's taking on Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
First off, we'll go back to the Randy Orton match because I just want to go with my prediction that she was going to be the next challenger for the SmackDown Championship.
Yeah, I was sitting right beside Mike when you called that last one.
I love when you're screaming and your cable comes loose on your cord there.
Well, you know what? Everything comes loose when you're Chris Parrish.
All right, Parrish. I know Spencer's not here, but let's keep this PG-13.
Yeah, Parrish guaranteed. That's all you need to know. I think this is actually going to be... I think this is the dark horse to what could be the best female match on the card tonight.
Yeah. You get two really good workers.
I would love to see Ember Moon win the title. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big follower in Ember Moon. I think she's really, really good. And I think she might be the most underutilized woman on the roster right now. And I would love to see her get her time. If they're going to do something bigger with possibly going into Survivor Series with maybe the 4 Horsewomen thing, I would love to see the title change hands because of that. But if they don't, then I could possibly see Bayley winning this match, but I can also see a returning Sasha Banks have something to do with that outcome if they don't do anything bigger. But yeah, my prediction is going to be Ember Moon falls just short of the title, and Sasha Banks gets involved either before or during or after this match.
My prediction, flat out, I think Sasha Banks costs Bayley the title in this match, and Ember Moon finally gets the championship. This is a woman I enjoyed so much watching her in NXT, and I think they have done her such a disservice on the main roster. I think she could be a star for them, her look. And honestly, the best thing you can do is for her to actually not talk, I think is her best thing, because she has so much more of an aura when she's quiet. She's that dark kind of person. I would love to see her win the championship.
Don't call her dark.
Gothic, sorry.
Now, let's just say she's
Gothic.
mysterious.
Is that better?
Ominous.
Yeah, ominous. An ominous character. I apologize.
Drinking, and I pulled out that word. What's up?
So you're not drunk yet. You're only buzzed.
All right, well.
To infinity and beyond. What is the next matchup, Mike?
Well, it seems like this show is starting to burn it down, so we might as well go there right now. The Universal Championship, Seth Rollins taking on the Beast Brock Lesnar in what I think is probably going to be our semi-main event tonight. But that's a different topic altogether here. Your thoughts on the match?
I think this is the most pointless match on the card.
Yeah, I agree 100%. 100%.
I think this would have been the perfect time for Brock Lesnar to cash in and not last show.
Yep.
I don't think Seth Rollins wins. And I don't think Brock Lesnar gets anything out of this match. But I think we're at a time now where they are building Seth Rollins to be that sympathetic underdog by just getting everything, including his ass handed to him every week on Raw, just so he could slay the Beast one more time. But I think right now, I think if Brock Lesnar's to lose that Universal Championship, you're better off moving forward with someone other than Seth Rollins right now. So I hope Brock Lesnar retains. But because it's SummerSlam, my prediction, Seth Rollins wins back the Universal title.
Like, I really think when Seth Rollins comes out tonight, they're just going to boo him.
And
like
we just
crazy.
saw, by the way, the rated R superstar Edge interrupted an Elias segment on the pre-show.
Yeah. But coming to Seth Rollins,
and as a guy who's on a Miles Kennedy, I love the fact that I'm listening to a little bit of Alter Bridge, baby.
Yeah. No, but I just didn't want to see Seth Rollins in this match at all. Brock Lesnar, I think it would have been an opportunity to put somebody else in a match, raise somebody else up, maybe not to beat him, but just to get other people credible into the main event picture. And it just kind of makes me sad that we're seeing this match again. And I don't think Seth Rollins wins the title tonight. I think Brock Lesnar keeps it.
Yeah. My hope is that Seth Rollins doesn't win, and tomorrow night on Raw, you do get that.
Yeah.
But I've watched WWE too long to think, you know what, SummerSlam, sometimes the fans get what they want at SummerSlam. So Seth Rollins slaying the Beast one more time, very well possible.
I honestly don't think that's what the Toronto fans will want.
One
I think it's going to be the Bizarro World, as they call it.
Especially when Brock Lesnar is now a Canadian.
It's true. He's a home country boy.
Yeah,
two little additions here, facts for you guys. Number one, of course, you guys already mentioned it. Brock Lesnar is from Saskatchewan. Number two,
no, he fights out of there. He's actually from Minnesota.
Well, now
Fights out of Saskatchewan.
he lives in Saskatchewan now.
He's from Minnesota, you idiot.
And number two, yeah, thanks for the Jericho reference, sir. Number two, Brock Lesnar's undefeated at SummerSlam. That's one fact that it has not passed a lot of people by here. But you know what? Let's move on to our last match and what many consider could be the main event here tonight. A submission match for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch against the home country hero, because I'm not going to say hometown, Natalya.
I actually believe this is not going to be the main event. I think we just talked about what's probably going to be the main event.
Yeah.
I don't think in a year where we saw women main event Mania, you're going to see women main event SummerSlam for the first time. That's just my opinion. But I do believe that Becky Lynch gets the submission victory here. My hope is that she clearly doesn't, because I would want to see something bigger going into Survivor Series. But I do believe Becky Lynch, who is still the hottest thing in the female division in WWE, will win. And I think this could be the perfect time to see a returning Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I could easily see that. And as much as you want to push this, she's a home country girl, all this stuff, I don't think anybody really truly gives Natty much of a chance to win this. I don't think so. Becky is too hot in the company at this moment that she's gonna keep this title, and I could knowing the WWE, and if it does go on last, I could see them doing a screw job angle, like have Becky put her in the sharpshooter and somebody calls for the bell, because it's still run by Vince, and he's still obsessed with that angle.
At the end of the day, yes, we are talking about a Vince McMahon company.
There's another match.
With that being said, I wouldn't be surprised. Becky Lynch, yes, gets that submission victory, but because she's the badass of WWE, at the end, again, like the return of Ronda Rousey, because she doesn't care about her bad last reputation. Maybe we do get that build-up to an eventual dream women's match in WWE of Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, straight up, I would love to see that. Maybe that's your Survivor Series
But
angle.
at the end of the day, I'm going to say one little thing, though. I would actually love it if instead of Ronda Rousey, we see Shayna Baszler.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because I think Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch could be
a phenomenal match.
A better match than Ronda Rousey.
Oh, by far. But because Shayna's been in the business longer than Ronda has. She went up through the indie scene and learned her craft that way. So
we were watching a women's tag team title match,
which
we
didn't talk
Iconics,
about.
and Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and all I can say is there's a lot of skin.
Yeah.
Well,
I pick Alexa and Nikki.
I think at this point we're going to wrap this up, folks, and let everybody head over to the network. No pun intended, of course. Guys, your last thoughts about SummerSlam and what you're expecting going in here?
I'm expecting to see a moment that is going to take you to the next chapter of the WWE season, which is WrestleMania. But I do believe that we're going to see something that we're going to be like, we're going to be speechless at the end of the night. But if you want to watch that speechless moment, come down to Beercade. Watch it with everyone who loves wrestling.
$4 food and drinks.
Right? I've already ordered 4. Can you tell?
And the best part is the admission's free for it too. There's no fee to get in here.
Yeah, there's no cover, which is great because half the waitresses can't figure that out either, and it's terrific.
Yeah. It's going to be a great card, and I think we're going to have just some phenomenal ones tonight. And
It's a little bit of all right.
A little bit of all
I
right.
have no podcast anymore. I gotta get my stuff in.
Well, speaking of getting your stuff in, sir, where are we going to see you next? Wrestling.
This Thursday. I mean, I'm looking at one of my closest buddies and Tyler James over there. We're going to be at CWE this Thursday at the Norwood Legion. I'm going to be facing off against Marky, the Honey Badger Johnny Ryan, and TKO Ryan. And again, I don't care if you're in the Kingdom. I don't care if you're a Badger. I don't care if you're an original. Everyone perishes. So come check out CWE this Thursday. And then I got PBW, I got RCW.
Just check out our social media.
I'm like a local independent wrestling whore.
Come join me and Mike in the crowd. You're not going to want to miss it.
Well, at least
Get tickets off me, please.
At least at CWE and PPW, that's the
Yeah.
RCW is a different story. But anyway, we'll deal with that later.
Tickets. Get them off me. I got them.
Any last words, guys, before we sign off?
Waitress, 2 more.
Andre?
It's going to be a great show. Get down to Beercade. Watch it.
All right. On behalf of the WCSN's Chris Parrish and Andre C., I am Mike the Ref saying thank you for joining us for Over the Top Rope Live, covering Summer Slam 2019 from Beercade YEG, 105 Street and 82nd Avenue. Come down here, and we will see you once again September 15th for Over the Top Rope Live hosting The Clash.